Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the Wings Only Racing League, presented by Green to Checkered Racing. It is time for the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Yes, we're here tonight at Fairbury Speedway, qualifying set to roll out onto the racetrack right now. Brett Wheeler joined alongside my good buddy, Stephen McMillian. Stephen, welcome back. It's been a while since we've done a show together.
It has been a while, Brett, and I'm glad to be here tonight with you. It's kind of late for me, but you know what? I love it.
Alright, qualifying on the program right now. These drivers have 7 minutes. Once these drivers complete their times, I believe Race Control will roll the server over as we're watching Eric Tupper on screen right now in the 115 machine. He sets the time and with a 10.729. We'll take a look at some of the other drivers on the racetrack. The 49 of Jeffrey Herrick will get his first lap in, and Steve Fairbury. Tight little racetrack in the 410s. It's going to be elbows up and it's going to be on the fence. Big night of racing for these guys.
Definitely, they got to be on the fence. You know, one person I was watching was Eric Tupper. He was really quick and practiced for 30 minutes. He was top of the speed charts. But you look at Alex Studinger, currently on top of the charts at car number 54.
Yeah, watching Josh Flood in that 7 machine, the Flood Racing Components number 7. Waiting for the first time for him to come through. It's Mason Hannigan as well. He picked up a win a couple of weeks ago at the Eldora Speedway, and then last week 360s at Charlotte. I can't remember who picked up that win. That was a week ago. I can't remember what I did yesterday. Oh, I can, but so many broadcasts throughout the week. Josh Flood 20th quick as Mason Hannigan. Well, he goes to position number 9 with a 10.790, and the little Hurricane looking to move up into the top 5. He will do so. Position 4 with a 10.643.
You look at Mason, and right now on the track, let's see here. Chris Sabatsky and car number 21 on the track right now, trying to get a lap in. He comes out of turn number 4. Let's see where he's at. He's still currently 9th on the speed charts.
So we had 25 cars signed into the pit area for tonight as Nicholas Brooks in car 24 goes 14th quick. 25 cars signed into the pit area. 2 drivers yet to take a lap time, Austin Edson and Jonty Goss in the 777. So it means we'll have 1 B main where only the 1 driver will mess out. Jeez, we've seen that. I've seen that somewhere else today. Where did I see that, Steve?
I don't know where you saw that. It's been a long night for both of us. This is my second broadcast with you. This is your 4th one tonight, so.
Yeah, but yeah, we could argue the fact that you did the extra 3 because you actually had to look after some crying late model drivers, and I don't know how the sprint car guys were, but you know.
Hey, sprint cars were definitely redemption tonight. That was for sure. And you know, after tonight, Mason Hannigan, who's 4th in the charts right now on qualifying, he is still the current points leader in the dirtfan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars.
All right, so qualifying is completed at the moment. 23 cars have taken a lap time. The field is separated by 1.1 seconds, and on a track like this, that is a lot of time. Steve, you'd think that 1.1 second, it might not be all that too much, but I tell you what, on such a small racetrack like this, considering these drivers at 10.5 second lap times, that's certainly a couple of 100 yards.
Definitely, and this race is going to fly by quick here at Fairbury. And, we both know it slicks off really quick at Fairbury.
Yeah, it does. Now the track was getting pretty slick towards the end of the hot lap session, which went for 30 minutes. But they brought the virtual grader out. Took to the racetrack again to bring a lot of that moisture back up, and we started off with I think I said 15% at that one, and now track should hopefully carry over for the rest of the night. But if it gets too slick, I wouldn't be surprised, and Steve, you'd know a lot more about this, to get the track reset, to get multiple grooves here at Fairbury, you've got to keep the track somewhat a little bit tacky.
Definitely you do here at Fairbury, and normally, I know with me running the league, on sprint cars, it's very wise to reset to 0, and so you have 2 and 3 wide racing here at Fairbury.
All right, so just about 130 seconds away from our first heat race of the night, rolling over And I think we're going to have, looking at 25 cars, I want to say 3 heat races will have a 9, an 8, and an 8. To me, that gives me 25 drivers now. To quickly do the math again, 3 8 to 24 plus 1 is 9. Yep, 20. Yep, we're good.
Yes. And Austin Edson, his time did not count when he qualified, so he will qualify 24th, basically. Hey, we're fixing to go into heat race action.
All right, of course, a big thank you and a shout out to our sponsors, of course. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Without their support, none of this is possible, and of course, without you fans as well. We appreciate all the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Heat race number 1 getting set to make their way onto the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, the opening heat race of the night in car number 27, Tyler Matheny will start position number 1. Position 2 will be the 115 of Eric Tupper. Position 3 is going to be the Little Hurricane of Mason Hannigan. Alex Studinger lines up out of position number 4. Position 5, it's Nicholas Brooks and Lance Loomis for True Speed Motorsports, going to start position 6. The man behind DB3 Imaging, Dave Byro III, will start position number 7. Brett Rolls out of position number 8. And Austin Edson making up a 9-car field. Oh, there we go. I was right, Steve.
Yes, you was. Look at you go. Your math is serving you right.
You would have think I've done this once or twice before.
Maybe once or twice before, but that's all right.
I think my 4th time overall. Yeah, this is only my 4th ever broadcast. Still a newbie, right?
Yeah, still a newbie. We're all newbies. We have to learn every day and have to learn something new. But lights will go out this time for 10 laps. Top 3 go to the future. Tyler Matheny and Eric Tupper on your front row.
Now keep an eye on as well, Steve, that the fastest guys come from the 2nd row. So Alex Studinger, obviously quick time, starts position 4. Mason Hannigan was 4th quick. He starts position 3, but Tyler Matheny gets us underway here in heat race number 1. Studinger upstairs, Hannigan a little out of shape, but here comes Tupper. Looking down low through turn number 3 and 4, side by side for the race lead. Give it to Matheny, lap number 1.
Matheny continues to lead lap number 1 with Tupper looking underneath Studinger, getting around Tupper for that 2nd spot. Now Studinger, slide job, almost collected the 2017. Good job staying out of him, but you see Tyler continue to lead down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Matheny continues to lead after 3 circuits around the Fairbury Speedway. Then you go back to Studinger running in 2nd. Oh, look out! Well, look at the top 3. Matheny got out of shape. Studinger tagged the back of him, and Tupper cloudedly wall in turns 1 and 2. But now it's all happening because Brett Rolls is now up to position 4 as he looks to put the move on Eric Tupper down into 1 and 2.
He's trying his best, that's for sure. And also right behind, if you look at Rolls, he has... Who's that driver right behind him? Nicholas Brooks, is it? That's right. And Studinger to pass for lead and went into the wall. That allows Tyler back around him as they exit turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Studinger down low, slides on up. He will take the lead at the start-finish line.
Good battle on for the race. Little Renecco there with the contact. And now Tupper coming back after the guys in 1st and 2nd. 2 laps left to run. Studinger, quickest qualified tonight and looking to run away with heat race number 1. He'll have 1 lap left to run this time by his Tupper trying to make a move. Oh no, Matheny into the wall. Oh, look how they're tangled up and caught together. Loomis nowhere to go. Nicholas Brooks, he's cashing checks right now. He says thank you very much, but Studinger is going to win heat race number 1. Tupper going to come home 2nd somehow. Brett Rolls with no front wing will hold on to position 3. Then you go back to Nicholas Brooks in 4th, Austin Edson 5th, Lance Loomis, Tyler Matheny, and Dave Barr. Mason Hannigan finishes at the back. Wow, that's unusual for Hannigan. He must have trod on his winner.
Right.
He's just sucked here. All right, heat race number 2. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, start your front row. Car number 42 is Lance Christie on his outside. It's Bryce Lisses. Your second row inside, car number 90 It's Trevor Royer on the outside. And car number 67 is Miles Jensen. Your third row inside, car number 49, Jeffrey Herrick on his outside. Car number 357, Alan Gates. Starting fourth row, car number 39, Dakota Dillon. And Josh Flood will start eighth in car number 7. That is your starting lineup for heat race number 2.
Yeah, Wings Only Racing, 410 Wings Sprint Cars, 410 Sprint Cars 1 week, 360s the next. Not sure where we head to next week, but you can get all the action right here on Ultimate Dirt TV from around 1 a.m. I almost said 1 p.m. just then. 1 a.m. Plus, I'm used to saying p.m. You know, everything's in the p.m., p.m. But yeah, like 1 a.m., 12. Hey, again, I nearly got caught out again by nearly saying 12 p.m. again. It's been a long day, Steve.
Yes, that's right. Lance Christie and Bryce Luscious will lead the field to the green flag. Pace truck pulls off. They're 2 by 2 throughout the field. Into turn number 3 is slow and steady pace. Out of turn number 4, green flag is out. Lance with a good start. Goes into turn number 1 on the high side. Look at the 90-car Warrior trying to make a move. On the inside, cannot do it. Bryce falls into that second spot. Out of turn number 4, down the past the flag stand. Lance Christie leads lap number 1.
Yeah, good battle on between Royer and Miles Jansen, but Royer getting the better of the 67 now through 1 and 2 on the previous lap, but now he moves clear. There's about 3 car lengths between himself and Miles Jansen, but back up front, Bryce Lucius, well, he's trying to run down your race leader of Lance Christie. Christie, over the past couple of weeks, been pretty good so far in the sprint cars and the 410s and the 360s, just unable to get some of the luck that you need to have in these kind of races. There goes Bryce Lucius into the wall. Trevor Royer ducks into second position. Now he sets his sights on the back of the 42L machine.
That's right, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Luscious coming down turn number 4. He completes lap number 5. Halfway down, halfway to go for Lance Christie in car number 42L out of turn number 4. Trevor Royer still in that second spot. Bryce Luscious in the top 3. Miles Jansen in 4th and Jeffrey Herrick in 5th.
And go back to Josh Flood and Alan Gates, who are running side by side through 1 and 2 and down the back straight away. So nice little 3-car battle on screen for positions number 5, 6 and 7. And although it's not a spot in tonight's main event, it's a better starting spot in tonight's B main as well. There goes Herrick. He makes a mistake. Gates moves into 5. Flood moves into 7th. There's Christie not too far away from rounding up this field. The back markers in tonight's heat race. He'll have 1 to go, Steve.
1 to go out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. Out of turn number 4, Lance Christie takes the win. Trevor Royer will come home 2nd. Bryce Luscious will come home 3rd. Those are top 3 qualifying to the A main. Miles Jansen comes home a little short. Alan Gates in 5th. Josh Flood 6th. Jeffrey Herrick 7th. And Dakota Dillon rounds out your field of your heat race number 2.
Story of my life coming up short. That used to be a Wednesday night joke, right?
That's right.
That's how we got fired. it was only a matter of time. Heat race number 3. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the 3rd and final heat race of the night. Starting on pole in caliber 47, Devin Butts to his outside, the 21 of Chris Sabaske out of position number 2. Ross Carinta out of position number 3. Alongside him is the 55 of Peyton Grease out of position number 4. Position 5, where we see the 32 of Derek Layton start alongside car number 2 of Wyatt Brown. Evan Harvey will roll off out of position number 7, car number 33, and Jonty Goss out of position number 8. I don't think Jonty even qualified, so not sure whether the
he didn't qualify.
Yeah, not even sure if he's in the server, but we'll find out if the cars and the iRacing.com pace truck roll away here. I'll tell you what, Peyton Grease, 3rd quickest here tonight, rolls off P4. He's got a little bit of work to do, but again, it's only the top 3 that go through to the main event.
That's right, and Jonte Goss from Australia, New Zealand, /New Zealand, wherever he's from.
I was going to say, don't you dare ever say Australia, New Zealand again. We are not even remotely close to being connected. That's just like saying you guys are Canadians.
True, you never know. I did a DNA test, so I know where I'm from. Anyway, lights are out. We're going green flag race now.
Steven Bergeron? Question mark?
Devin Butts and Chris Shabaske on your front row. Maestro pulls off.
All right, 10 on the board, Steve. The top three going to go through Butts and Sebeske. Butts has command of the field. We get set for the final heat race of the night. We'll move in to your B-main after this one, but we've got 10 circuits to go. Keep an eye on Grease up to position number 3 around the outside. Immediately into a transfer spot. Now doesn't need to do anything silly. He just needs to ride around for the next 9. But you know, as a racer, he wants to get to the front. He wants to win. He's got a quick car underneath him.
That's right. Look at Chris Shabaske and Devin Butts side by side. Shabaske around. Butts falls back to second. He better watch out. Oh, the 55 car of Peyton into the wall of Grease. He falls back into that 6th spot.
Look at Wyatt Brown on the inside in the number 2 machine. Just working the bottom side, just casually, just going about these things. He started position number 6, and we're 4 laps complete right now as he will move into position number 2. I don't think anybody is going to catch Chris Sebeske, who is out in front. But tell you what, Brown and Butts, they're still going to go at it for positions number 2 and 3, and then not too far behind them, a couple of car lengths less now, is the 32 machine of Derek Layton on the outside, looking for that 3rd spot on Butts.
You know, one thing we were talking about Wyatt Brown in that 2nd spot. Sometimes it's good just play it safe on the bottom, let everybody figure their way out. Normally, if you play it safe on the bottom, you'll make your way to the front.
Yeah, it's all about trying to minimize your mistakes, especially here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. It is so difficult to get around here, not only in any race car, whether it be a midget UMP, but when you got 410 sprint cars, 900 horsepower, at your disposal, you need to be on the throttle, but you've got to be off the throttle as well. You don't want to be spinning the wheels, and you don't want to be over rotating the car. 1 to go for Sebeske.
Definitely 1 to go. Chris out of turn number 4. He will take heat race number 3 win. Chris Sebaske with the win. Wyatt Brown comes home 2nd. Derek Layton in 3rd. Devin Butts 4th. Ross Carenta in 5th. Evan Harvey in 6th. And Peyton Grease in 7th.
So that's actually going to put us into a B main just because that one car registered and didn't start. Honestly, it's one of the worst things you can have as a broadcaster. When you know you've got 24 starters, you've got to run a B main.
Yep, it happens to all of us though. The leagues that runs them. I mean, we always have that one. But I will say this: what a great league that runs late at night. Some of these people, especially right now with what's going on in the world. Josh giving these people a place to run. But, just think of these people that work the evening shift. They're just getting off, and they like to race. And this is a good time frame for Josh to put on the league, and it's really shown. It's a good job, Josh.
All right, let's go down trackside. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 12-lap B-main, where the top 15 will go through. Nicholas Brooks and Miles Jansen in row number 1. Devin Butts and Austin Edson in row 2. Row 3 going to be Alan Gates and Ross Carenta. Lance Loomis and Josh Flood out of position number 4. Out of row 4. Row 5, Evan Harvey and Tyler Matheny. Row 6 is Jeffrey Herrick and Peyton Grease. Row 7 is Dave Byro and Dakota Dillon. And Mason Hannigan at the back row in row number 8. So that is 15 cars. Goss did not grid. So the 15 cars that are going to do battle for 12 laps. It's all about starting positions. So winner will start position number 13. And the 15th car, they will start... Actually, hang on, that doesn't even make sense. The winner will start position 10. And the 15th place driver will start position number 24.
All right, base truck pulls off. Let's go green flag racing. Nicholas Brooks and Miles Jensen on your front row. Going into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Nicholas Brooks on a loud battle. We're racing. We're the B main. Look at the 47 car Devin Butts in that 3rd spot down the back straightaway. He's going to follow Jensen into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Jensen will lead lap number 1.
Yeah, what's very tricky about this racetrack is the straightaways. When they get slick like they are, coming off the top side, that's where it can get a little bit tricky to where the drivers just get a little looser there on the exit of the turns. But drivers on the low side, they need to be careful not to sort of drift up the racetrack and take the guys out that are running the top side. So kind of a catch-22 at the moment for these drivers. There's a big crash in turns 3 and 4 We stay green for the moment. 3 down, 9 to run.
That's right. Nicholas Books continues to lead, or Miles Jensen continues to lead at car number 67. Devin Bunson at second spot. Nicholas Books in third. Fourth is Austin Edson and Alec Gates. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally just messed this up, didn't I?
Yeah. Peyton Grease is in fourth, but you know what? Funny enough, he went upside down, so it doesn't matter. But Austin Edson is now going to be in fourth, and Lance Loomis, who rounds out the top 5. So I guess it all worked out in the end, Steve.
I was mind reading the future.
Okay, yeah. No, look, I mean, feature race Miles Jansen up front. Come on. He's got a long way to go yet. He'll start position 10 if he can get the win in the B main, though. But yellow flag is going to come out onto the racetrack. And
we really, I'm looking at the 1X car pulled into infield. Tough luck he's had. He's your current points leader with the World Thunder 410 Sprint Car Series presented by DirtFan.com. He's had a tough night tonight. Well,
look, you know what? I was actually glad to see him actually do 10 full laps in the heat race and not 9 like he did last week.
Well, yeah, I was giving a hard time, too, in the game chat over the admin channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave it to him. I gave it to him last week, and then I forgot about it all week until Jesse mentioned it, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I gave it to him again on the broadcast.
All right, lights go off on the base. Graphics go green flag racing. One thing I love about these short tracks like Fairbury, your dominant guys are normally in the back, and the people that normally don't do good are up front. Here we go. Devin Bunce and Miles Jensen on your front row. Green flag is out. Miles Jensen on the line pedal. He goes to the high side of turn number 1. Bunce to the bottom. He's half in the middle groove as he exits turn 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
No, there's car into the inside U tyre. Just trying to catch who that might have been. I think maybe Matheny, but anyhow, the white flag is out into turns 3 and 4. Final lap of tonight's B main. Your winner is going to be Miles Jansen. Devin Butts home in second. Nicholas Brooks in third. Lance Loomis will come home fourth. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be Jeffrey Herrick. Then you go back to Josh Flood, Ross Carinta, Dave Barrow, Dakota Dillon, Mason Hannigan in the top 10. Evan Harvey, Tyler Matheny, Austin Edson, Peyton Grease, and Alan Gates. The top 15 drivers. Steve, we might just take a quick break and come back in just a few moments' time.
Alrighty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Wings Only Racing 410 Wing Sprint Car Series presented by Green to Checkered Racing. Brett Wheeler alongside Stephen McMahon. We get set to take a look right now at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for 30 laps on the board with 24 starters. Your front row will look like this. Wyatt Brown will start position number 1. Position number 2 is going to be Trevor Royer.
Row number 2 is going to be Eric Tupper and Chris Shabaske.
Row 3 going to be Lance Christie and Alex Studinger.
Row number 4 is Brett Riles and Bryce Luscious.
Row number 5 will be Derek Layton and your B-main winner of Miles Jansen.
Row number 6 is Devin Butts and Nicholas Books.
Row 7 going to be Lance Loomis and Jeffrey Herrick.
Row number 8 is going to be Josh Flood and Ross Correnta.
We go back to row number 9. It's Dave Barra III and Dakota Dillon.
Row number 10 is going to be Mason Hannigan and then 1 Axe and Evan Harvey.
You go back to your penultimate row. Tyler Matheny and Austin Edson out of positions 21 and 22.
23rd on starting grid is Peyton Grease and Alan Gates will start 24th.
It looks like Alan Gates didn't actually grid, so unfortunately for that driver, that it's only going to be 23 starters. But again, 30 laps around here, Steve. It's a long way. It's going to be a short time, hopefully. Who do you think's going to get the job done?
Well, I'm going to go for Trevor Royer in the 90 car. Base truck goes off. Who you going?
Well, I want to go him, but I guess I'll have to go Mason Hannigan, the other Black Diamond guy. But it's time to go. Let's get dirty for 30. We are green flag. Wyatt Brown, Trevor Royer side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Here goes Royer on the top side of the racetrack. Brown working to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. We got one car slowing there at the back. Tyler Matheny in the 27. And quickly we go yellow, Steve.
Quickly. This track, it's really quick. But the problem of it is it's so slick that these drivers sometimes, you get kind of excited and you just spin your tires. But that's going to give Wyatt Brown the lead back over Trevor Royer, I believe. Yeah, because it goes back to the previous lap.
Correct, yes. Caution lap's not counting. So, yes, you go back to the last recorded lap. Seen that a couple of times earlier on in the World of Thunder races where guys were battling for positions and they had to go back and let the guy by. It's frustrating as a driver when that happens because it's you pass the guy, you spend a number of laps, or you can spend a number of laps trying to size him up and make the pass, and then when you make the pass, just as you come into the line, the yellow comes out and then you've got to go back to the last recorded lap and all of a sudden you're back to square one.
Definitely, but you know what? These drivers wanted it where caution laps don't count like the real racetrack, and they got it. So, you give and take of what you want. Be careful what you ask for. Lights should go out this time on the base track.
Indeed, they do. Still 29 laps left to run. Wyatt Brown, your race leader. Trevor Royer in second. Eric Tupper in third, fourth. Then we go back to Chris Sebeske. And then you go back to Lance Christie to round out your top 5. We're back underway. 29 to go. Here at the Fairbury Speedway, a little bit of a delayed start there on the flag. 3 wide. Oh boy, look out, Royer. And Tupper's going to hold on to the race lead. What's going on there in the mid-pack?
Oh my, we got caution out on the racetrack.
Wyatt Brown better start to go to the news agency and buy himself a lottery ticket. I think he's going to get the lead back.
Oh my, and it is what we was talking about, how tricky this track is when it slicks off. He was spinning those tires out of turn number 2 and got lucky. Trevor Royer got really lucky because he almost took him out with him.
Yeah, the left front of Brown caught sort of the right rear and the right side nerve bar there on the 90 machine and nearly hooked him into the fence, and almost Royer almost took a nasty spill. But again, we go back to the last recorded lap because technically we didn't get the lap completed. It goes back to pretty much the restart order which we had last time.
That's right. It's the Ed Brown Trucking car number 2. Wyatt Brown, your race leader. Trevor Royer in the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports machine. Eric Tupper in a 115 Team Har Motorsports.
So lights will turn off on the pace truck this time by. We are set for green flag action. If I'm Wyatt Brown,
third time's a charm.
Third time is a charm to lose the race lead out of turn number 2, but I think you might have to change things up. I'd probably actually go to the middle of the racetrack.
He definitely needs to do something. A green flag is out right. Wyatt Brown on the loud pedal goes to the high side at turn number 1. Caution already back out on the racetrack.
Yeah, driver's getting caught up at the back there. It's so difficult, Steve, when you're at the back on such a small racetrack. It almost feels like you're going to get lapped before you even take the green.
Definitely, and one thing about this track, what happens, and this happens even in big tracks, a lot of these drivers in the back try to time the start. Then they try almost jump it. They slam on the brakes and everybody piles up behind them. You know, instead of them trying to watch the car in front of them, they're trying to watch 10 cars deep.
I've seen that somewhere else. Where have I seen that before?
Wednesday night program?
Yeah, probably. A couple of potatoes running it.
That's right.
I know.
Hey,
I know we ain't getting fired from here just yet.
Lights are off on the pace truck. Third restart for Wyatt Brown in car number 2. Down the back straightaway at slow and steady pace. These cars are single file to go into turn number 3. Wyatt Brown fixing to light up the pedals now. Green flag is out. Wyatt Brown getting a little loose there on the exit turn number 4. He goes to the high side, turns number 1, and exits turn number 2. Good run for Wyatt Brown there. Caution back out as Trevor Warrior makes the pass. Wyatt Brown go get the lead again.
And this, it's some cars having some contact with each other. It was Brown, Tupper, and I think Sebeske as well. But yeah, that just goes to show you, you know, that's the second time that Royer has made a pass and has been in the race lead when the yellow flag comes out. But because we have caution laps not counting, again, we go back to the last recorded lap. But this is a tough track just to get around when it's tacky, Steve. When it's slick like this, it just makes things so much more difficult.
It does, you know, and every league to themselves on how they want to run it like that. And, you know, one thing I'd say, when track's slick, it's more of the driver's hands. When it's tacky, it's more of the track's hands. And as we see lights go out. So right now it's in the driver's hands. They just got to be not as heavy on the gas and a little loose on the brake, you should say, you know. Because really, you want to be off the gas and let it float around the track so it'll stick in the turns. It's Wyatt Brown bringing us back to the green flag out turn number 4. Good start for Wyatt Brown. He goes to the high side turn number 1. Like a repeat. Out of turn number 2. A good turn 2 exit for Wyatt Brown. Look at Trevor Royer making a pass underneath. Slide on up. Brown back underneath. And Royer on 2 wheels there for a minute.
Yeah, good battle up front right now was Royer to the inside on Brown down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Tupper and Sebeske, but it is going to be off for turn number 4. There he is. He leads his first lap here in tonight's main event. It's come at lap number 6. It's Trevor Royer in front. Wyatt Brown, Eric Tupper, Sebeske. Then you go back to Alex Studinger. Look out. They're checking up in turns number 3 and 4, but we stay green.
That's right, Wyatt Brown spinning those tires off the turn. He needs to let off the gas just a little bit on exit. He'd be all right. But look at Eric Tupper running that bottom line out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He's been dedicated to the bottom. There's still plenty of moisture down there.
Yeah, he's just rolling off the gas and just letting the car roll through the center of the turns and then getting back on it, sliding to the top of the racetrack. Tupper. Look at Sebeske now downstairs. Yellow is that? We got like 4 or 5. We got 5 or 6 laps in there, Steve.
We did. We're on lap number 10 now. So we got 20 to go when we go back green flag racing with Trevor Royer. It is Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports machine.
Where's his teammate Hannigan? His Hannigan's deep in this one. Well, that's what happens when you suck in a heat race. It's amazing how you can go from being quick at Volusia, you come to a track like Fairbury, and you're just garbage.
Well, you know, this is what I'm saying. This track here is one of these short tracks really it brings out the different drivers up front. You know, normally your top runners are in the back in these short tracks because the people that normally don't get on big tracks, they're not as heavy on the gas.
All right, pace truck moving to the infield. The rows of 2 by 2 double file restart. It's Royer and Tupper. Green flag off a turn number 4. 10 down, 20 to run. 1/3 of the race distance complete. And look at Wyatt Brown locking down to the low siders. He will stay committed to the bottom groove. Oh, the left front catch of that inside U-turn. Here comes Sebeske up on the inside.
And we got Caution back out on the racetrack. Great running up front.
The top 4, I'm sorry, I'm going to throw top 5 out there with Alex Studinger. Man, that just goes to show you right now with how slick the track is at the moment. You've got a top, you've got a bottom. You need to be very committed on the top side. You need to make sure you've got that throttle control, you know, in the power of that right foot or right hand, depending on if you use a hand control or not. But I think most of these drivers are out there that have got a set of pedals that they use. It just comes back down to using the thing in the top of your head, buddy, a brain.
The Twisted Motorsports driver Chris Sebeske at car number 21. He's in what, 4th spot?
Third.
All right, he's in 3rd. Lights are going out on the base road. Fix go green flag racing again. Trevor Royer will bring the field. They're going to go single file. The 2-car, Wyatt Brown, currently sits in that 4th spot. Then Alex Studinger in the top 5. We go to turn number 3. Green flag is out. Trevor Royer, good start, goes to the high side. Look at Sebeske on the bottom with Wyatt Brown. Follow him. Studinger on the high side. Good run for Studinger as he makes his way into the top 4. Yeah. Out of turn number 2. Look at Royer go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, remember, Studinger started off the night with going quick time here tonight, so you know that the 54 machine has got some speed in it when the track is a little tacky. But right now, when the track is slick, that's when it really can separate the men from the boys. And Studinger right now doing a good job on the top side of the racetrack. I want to say he's probably about half to 3/4 throttle around here.
Definitely, and you know your race leader Caution back on the racetrack. That's going to be Brett Riles of the car number 17R, bringing out that Caution.
So at the moment, it looks like we've lost about 5 or 6 cars at the moment. And we're about halfway home. In fact, we're going to be exactly halfway home when we go back to green. I've got to get used to these caution laps not counting again.
I know, it is actually working for once.
Let's give a round of applause to iRacing, shall we?
That's right. All right, Trevor Royer. He's at the point. He just wants to go green flag racing for the next 15 laps. Has some good racing. I'm sure Eric Tupper wants that. And so does Chris Sebeske and the Twisted Motorsports car number 21.
Hey, Josh, never again come to Fairbury, please. Stay away from the Grove and stay away from USA. In fact, you know what? Just send me a schedule and I'll approve of every track.
Green flag is out. Double foul. Here we go. Trevor Royer to the bottom this time at turn number 1. He was sliding up to the wall as he exits turn number 2. He kind of bunches up the high line. And look at Turper to the lead on the bottom. He slides on up. Turper will lead that lap.
Boy, that was close. Tupper just led it by probably a front nerve bar there. But Royer, he put the slider on in turn number 1 and 2. Look at Tupper down low, trying to stay committed to the bottom side. Oh, look at Lance Christie upside down in turn number 3 and 4. We go yellow as Studinger was just about to round up Eric Tupper on the top side. Steve, watching Tupper through 3 and 4, he was good up until the exit. When that last U-tire is, he was probably a car higher than what he probably should have been. He needs to get those left side tires down in the moisture to get the drive off the turn.
Definitely does. And what a good race we're having up front. I know it's not many laps, but just look at Turper. I mean, you know, we're seeing drivers up here that we normally don't see up front in other races. This just shows you how versatile and good he is.
All right, lights to go out on the iRacing.com pace track. Your A main event here for the Wings Only Racing 410 Sprint Car Series, of course, presented by Green to Checkered Racing. Lights are out, Steve. We're about to go green this time by. And well, we've still got 12 to go.
12 to go. Pace truck's in. Josh Flood, don't worry about it. We're in the same boat. Green flag is out. Royer really good on loud pedal. We go to turn number 1. He's going to slide on up to the wall. Exit turn number 2. Turper down to the inside. He thinks twice. He's going to follow Royer out of turn number 4.
Miles Jansen up to position number 4. Brown and Sebeske battling it out for positions 5 and 6 is watching Studinger on screen, trying to find a way around the 115 of Eric Tupper. When does he pull the trigger? He'll go low, looking to slide up. Now here goes Jansen back to the inside. 9 to run this time by as we go yellow. Studinger going to be lucky to go back to the last recorded lap to get his 3rd spot back.
Miles Jensen in that 67
Talk
machine.
about cars being not used to being up front. That's 67. Imagine the post on iDirt if he gets a podium.
That's right. D2 Racing Designs, car number 67.
I'll tell you what, let's get him a bit of airtime. Let's get that 67 on screen.
Woohoo!
It's not a bad looking colour combo. I think take the grey out of it and just go with orange and black.
That would look pretty good.
Yeah, look, I've definitely got a keen eye for detail, that's for sure.
Well, let's see if Christie gets to go around the pace track when we go green flag. He was put a lap down right when the caution came out. And since we go back to the last inverted, our previous lap, it shows Christie in front. Let's see here. Lights should go out of the pace track this time. Nope, he's going to fall to the back. He will go 1 lap down, or 2 laps down now.
So it looks like lap count is going to stay to the inside. There we go. That lap car will go around everybody else as we go back to green flag action. 9 laps left in this one. Can Royer hold on? Oh, there's Christie, all sorts of out of shape there in turns number 1 and 2. And well, something that these leaders have to deal with right now is just that 1 lap car. Look at Chris Sebeske moving back to position 3, but he's going to lose 3, 4, 5, about 4 or 5 spots.
And look at the little hurricane is spinning. He's in the 5th place, right behind Miles Jensen in car number 67.
I guess you can say those caution flags are certainly helping the little hurricane in the 1X machine for Black Diamond Motorsports. His teammate Trevor Royer still out in front. Will come to 6 to go, so pretty much a dash distance left in this one. Yellow is out. Oh boy.
Choo-choo.
Oh, it's... well, you know what? It's not actually choo-choo right now because Royer's making the slider line work.
He is, but let me tell you something. That 42 car and Royer almost got into each other. I believe it was out turn number 2.
So that could have been disastrous. So crisis averted?
Yes, definitely averted. And we'll go back to the previous lap, so the 42 will go back around.
Oh, silly iRacing. Silly iRacing. Well, it shouldn't have gone back because... was it always in front of Royer?
He was, because he didn't try to get his lap back in time last restart.
Yeah, there we go. I think they've just given him a wave, have they?
I think so.
I'd give you a wave, but I gave my old man the camera today, the webcam camera, so I can't get on the stream and give you a wave.
Pace truck pulling off. Here we go. The 90 car Trevor Royer bringing the field to the green flag to go into turn number 3. He will exit turn number 4. Heavy on loud pedal. Here we go. Green flag racing. He goes to the high side turn number 1. Miles Jensen looking on the bottom. He's going to lose some spots because the little hurricane moved up to the 4th.
And now it is choo-choo on the top side. Oh boy, Hannigan around the outside. And here's his opportunity right now. Can he pounds and can he make it a Black Diamond 1-2? We'll have 4 to go this time by. Is Hannigan getting a little tight on the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. Your leader is Royer, Tupper, and Studinger. They run mid-track, they slide up, and now here he comes. Here comes the hurricane.
That's right. He's looking underneath. He's going to slide on up, but Tupper get back around him. So Studinger, they go to turn number 1. They're all running the high side. Oh, he's in the wall. Exiting turn number 2. Down the back straightaway.
2 laps left to run here in tonight's main event for the Wings Only Racing 410 Wings Sprint Car Series, presented by Green to Checker here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Off for turn number 4. The white flag is out for the driver of the Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 machine. Can Trevor Royer, can he go to victory lane here at Fairbury? Couple of turns away from that one. Checkered flag is out. He has done it, Trevor Royer. He will get the job done. Second will go to Eric Tupper. Third at the line is going to be Alex Studinger. Fourth will see Mason Hannigan home just in front of Wyatt Brown in position number 5. Peyton Grease in 6. Miles Jansen, Chris Sebeske, Tyler Matheny, Devin Butts in positions number 9 and 10. And then we'll go back and take a look at Jeffrey Herrick, Josh Flood, Derek Layton, Lance Christie, Lance Loomis, Nicholas Brooks, Bryce Lucius, Ross Carinta, Brett Rolls, Dakota Dillon. Your top 20, Austin Edson, Dave Barrow, and Evan Harvey. Well, there we go. Some celebratory donuts. His first win here at the Wings Only Racing League. And I got to say, they were pretty piss poor donuts, Trevor.
Well, it's still good racing, I will say that.
Yeah, it certainly was. So well done to Trevor Royer, as he's going to get this car parked here on the front straightaway. These guys, you would think that these guys have no idea how to how to line up on the front straightaway. God. All right, we're just going to wait for our podium to get in. But Steve, I need you to stick around after too. We're going to have a quick chit chat. Won't take us too long.
All right.
But if you want to make your way and get ready into the jet plane, you're more than welcome to. But I'll tell you what, we'll bring in the guy that gets the job done here tonight, Trevor Royer. Trev, I'm going to say first and foremost, those donuts, they were pretty weak.
What's that?
I said those donuts were pretty weak, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't win a lot, so I'm not used to
Come on, I wanted you to just keep spinning that sumbitch until you rolled it over. I would have paid the bill for you.
Next time I will, just for you.
You just said you don't go to Victory Lane often, so a bit of a part-timer is what we'll call you. What do you reckon about that one? Not lately,
yeah,
though.
I don't know. Yeah, I got back into it full-time, I think. But, yeah, I've been a part.
All right, well, I mean, you make the step up from part-time to full-time over the past sort of 6 weeks or whatever it's been. But, hey, congratulations on the win. That was, I guess, a little bit of a frustrating race at the start, but once you guys got going there, you had a pretty good battle there with Tupper and Studinger.
Yeah, just waiting out those first couple cautions where we just couldn't get a lap in was kind of frustrating. But once we finally got going, I thought I was able to run pretty good on the top and didn't really have much pressure all race.
Almost looked like you got past Wyatt Brown about 3 or 4 times in the first couple of yellows, but you've been obviously caution laps not counting. You were sent back to second spot, going back to the last recorded lap. How does that get into your mind at all when you're rolling around, knowing that you've got to do it all over again?
Nah. I mean, yeah, yes and no. It's frustrating. You want to get going, but you just gotta be ready when you go green again. Don't make a mistake. Know where you want to run. And I knew I wanted to be up top all race. Just a matter of passing. It was a little tricky at first.
All right, Trev. Well, look, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Fairbury Speedway. We'll let you get out of here now. If you need a hand thanking your sponsors or anybody else, let me know. I've always got your back, buddy. But I'll let you take this opportunity to thank those people.
Yeah, just want to thank, first of all, you, Brett, Ultimate Dirt TV, broadcast putting the show on. Drew Neal, 19 Designs, Tim Sims, Dirt Trek Simulators, and my team, Black Diamond Motorsports. And who got second? Tupper, I think.
Yeah. Tupper.
Congrats to him on second place, and Alex got third, I believe.
And I guess I'm poop, right?
Congrats to Alex on third.
All right, there we go. What did you say just there at the end?
I said, I guess I'm poop.
All right, Steve. Well, we're going to send you down to the driver that gets home in third place tonight, Alex Studinger.
All right, coming in third place, car number 54, Alex Studing. Congratulations, sir, on your third place finish. It was a tough race. A lot of cautions plagued it, but the track was really slick. So a lot of people had to learn patience and letting off the gas on the exits of the turn so you wouldn't spin the car, right?
Yes, it was pretty slick out there, that's for sure. But I like it slick like that, so I'm not a big fan of Fairbury, but I do like when tracks are slick. It makes it easier for me to run the top and stuff, 'cause that's where I like to be.
It does because mainly you can't really use that much brake on slick tracks. It's mainly throttle control on and off. And once you master that, you're successful anywhere you go.
Yeah, see, yeah, that is very true. I mean, it helps a lot. Like it's a lot of learning, especially when you're new to it. You think you're off the gas enough, but you probably really aren't, and it's just finding, when you can start picking up the throttle and how much throttle you can give it without, breaking the tires loose and killing your momentum.
Yes, and one thing about it, 30 laps goes really quick here at Fairbury. I mean, did the cautions kind of hurt you or did it help you?
It kind of hurt me because I'd say more hurt me than help me because I'm a momentum guy. I like to race and kind of wait for people to make mistakes, especially here because of how top dominant the track was. So, when you have green flag laps, you kind of can wait for somebody to make a mistake. And the big thing is me sitting third is I was content with running third. That's fine with me, but I'd like to get second or first. But when you're all bunched up like that, you throw a slider and the guy's there. You don't necessarily clear him, you don't want to wreck him, so you're staying down there, and then that allows the guy in fourth to maybe put his nose in on your right rear, so you can't get back up in the fast line. So that's what's kind of scary about making a move, when you're that close together racing for the podium.
Definitely. And who would you like to think making it all possible for you tonight?
JZI Racing Photography, MAK Fabrication and Welding, Dirt Division. And you guys for hosting us, broadcasting it, and Wings Only League. So this was a really fun race, and hope to do it more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming home in third place, car number 54, Alex Studinger, and Eric Tupper is with Brett.
Yeah, he's finally made his way past all the trophy girls, and he's finally made his way over to us here in second spot tonight. Eric Tupper. Eric, congratulations, second place run. Boy, that was a bit of a yo-yo type race, bit of up and down, bit of a stop and start restarts and stuff like that, but second place, you can't be too disappointed at the moment.
No, not at all. Second place is definitely an accomplishment, especially after just finding out about this league 20 minutes before it started.
Limited practice, limited sort of knowledge about not only the league, but did you have much knowledge on the other drivers around you here tonight? Because you normally don't dip your toes in sort of wing sprint cars. I normally see you in like a street stock or something else.
Oh, well, I dabble in sprint cars. I actually prefer them. I ran a lot of the sprint cars with the Ram Series back a couple years ago. Won quite a few races back then, but no, a lot of these drivers, I had no clue who they were. A couple guys like Jeff and oh god, I can't think of the other guy's name at the moment. I think his last name is Brown. Yeah, Wyatt. I knew those two from racing with them and the hosted sessions and the official races, but other than that, I didn't really know a lot of these guys. But there's a lot of talent here.
How do you prepare yourself then for a race like this when you know very little about so many people going into tonight, especially on a track that was very slick in the main event?
Well, you got to start with yourself, and you got to know yourself and what you're capable of. Go from there, because the whole night's a learning curve. Because you don't know anybody out there, you don't know what their driving style is, what lines they like to run. So it's a big guessing game, and just knowing where you like to run and where you're capable of running is what you got to be able to handle to be able to get around these guys and to be up front.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on second place finish here tonight at the Fairbury Speedway. We'll let you get out of here, but before we let you go, of course, we'll let you thank some people.
Oh, gosh. I got to thank my team, Har Motorsports. I got to thank Vicious Graphics for the paint job on the car. I got to thank you guys for putting on the show Ultimate Dirt TV. You guys always have an excellent show, and the banter's funny at times. I like it. And I got to thank Wings Only for putting on the show. It was a lot of fun. And
All right, there we go. Nice, short, sweet, and simple. Eric Tupper home in second spot. Steve, we'll wrap this up. Thank you for staying up a little extra later and helping me out with this broadcast. Appreciate it, buddy. It's been fun as always.
Definitely been fun. Thank you, Josh Flood, too, for allowing me to be in the booth with you. And maybe we got some more nights to come like this.
Never know, anything is possible. Of course, big thanks to, of course, Wings Only Racing and Green to Checkered as well. Without those guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and showcase and do everything here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, a big thanks to our partners and sponsors here on the channel. Big thank you to, of course, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, ISBC Broadcasting, iRace Wraps, and Critical Hit Baits. Again, thank you to Critical Hit Baits. Big thanks to those guys, and on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, and on behalf of Steve McMillan and myself, Brett Will, we say farewell and good night.